أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We take the next lesson in تصريف العزي, our explanation on the Arabic morphology text that we've been reading. Our next topic is اسم الفاعل والمفعول من الثلاثي المجرد. Now we know what اسم الفاعل is. اسم الفاعل is a noun that represents the one doing the action. Now, in this case, we are not looking at اسم الفاعل, we are not looking at الفاعل. Let me make this clarification. There is a difference between الفاعل and اسم الفاعل. In grammar, you hear al-fa'il, you wouldn't hear ismul fa'il. In nahu, we will just discuss the topic al-fa'il, then we will say ismul marfu'un يدل على من قام بالفعل أو اسم مرفوع يدل على من قام بالفعل أو اتصف به. So ismul fa'il is not fa'il. Fa'il is a grammar concept. It is the noun that is marfu' that comes after the verb, and it refers to the one doing the action, the one in charge of the verb. But when we talk about ismul fa'il, we are talking about the meter. I think I've made this clarification before. We are talking about the meter in this case. So we are talking about the meter that represents, the moment you see the meter, you know that this word carries the meaning of somebody who does some action. So let's say a word like killer, a word like teacher. The word teacher, the word killer, it gives a notion of somebody who does some action. But in a grammar concept, it can come in a sentence to mean the object in the sentence. Like I can say, I taught the teacher. Now, the teacher is not functioning as teaching. He's not teaching in this sentence. So in this sentence, I am the doer, the teacher is the object. So here, we have the word teacher, which is ismul fa'il. But when it comes into grammar concept, the ismul fa'il can become maf'ulun bihi. In grammar, when we say fa'il, we are talking about a word coming after a verb and the word ending with dhamma or any of the signs of marfu', being nominative and standing for the one doing the action word that precedes it. But when we talk about ismul fa'il, we are talking about the meter, which when you see or you hear, you know that it represents somebody who does an action. Likewise, ismul maf'ul, it represents somebody who is a recipient of an action, or it represents any recipient of an action. It could be an object. And we also know الثلاثي المجرد. الثلاثي المجرد, as we've discussed from day one, is the three radical verb. Yani it doesn't have any addition. So we have a word like ghafara, ghain, fa, ra. This is three letters. It doesn't have any addition. Now when I say igtafara, istaghfara, it has become thulathi mazid. So now when we talk about al-thulathi al-mujarrad, we mean the root, which is the ghafara, talaba, fahima, not istafhama or fahama or afhama. We are talking about the three radical. So we are looking at how to extract the ismul fa'il, the meter of fa'il, and the meter of maf'ul from the three radical verb. He says, وَأَمَّا اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ وَأَمَّا اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ وَالْمَفْعُولِ مِنَ الثُّلَاثِيِّ الْمُجَرَّدِ فَالْأَكْثَرُ أَنْ يَجِيءَ اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ مِنْهُ عَلَى وَزْنِ فَاعِلِ. So if you are holding a pencil like I'm doing, I have mine. The line, it says فَالْأَكْثَرُ أَنْ يَجِيءَ اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ, you can underline from yaji up to the end. Yaji al-ismul fa'ili, ismul fa'il, minhu here means what? I min al-thulathi al-mujarrad. So the pronoun attached to minhu, you can give an arrow there and indicate al-thulathi al-mujarrad. So when you are reading, you read it this way. فَالْأَكْثَرُ أَنْ يَجِيءَ اسْمُ الْفَاعِلِ مِنَ الثُّلَاثِيِّ الْمُجَرَّدِ عَلَى وَزْنِ الْفَاعِلِ. And then the fa'il at the end, you can put a bracket on it. That is the meter. So when you have a three radical verb, The three-article verb is represented by the root fa'ala. So you have ghafara, talaba, fahima. It's represented by fa'ala. So when he says the fa'il will come on the meter, fa'il. It means you look at the fa'il and the addition that has been added to fa'ala, you add it to your three-article verb. What do I mean? Write your ghafara somewhere. Write your talaba somewhere. Talaba. These two verbs. We said that the original meter of every verb is fa'ala. And we said this fa'ala, three-lettered verb, if you want to get the fa'il from it, it should come on the meter fa'il. So what have we done to fa'ala? We've added alif after the fa'ul fi'il, and then we've given the ainul fi'il kasra. Fa'il. So when you pick ghafara, what will happen? It becomes ghafir. Talaba becomes talib. Talib. So you realize fa'il, talib, fahim, akil, na'im. So that is how you get your ismul fa'il. You put it on the meter fa'il, the doer. And then he says taqulu nasirun. Nasirun is from the verb nasara. So the fa'il is nasirun. You have nasirani for the dual, nasiruna for plural, nasiratun feminine, nasiratani dual feminine, nasiratun plural feminine. Ay hunna nasiratun, antunna nasiratun. Wa nawasiru is also plural for the feminine, nawasiru. Yani helpers. Jamil. So when you have a three-radical verb and you want to put it on the meter, you want to get the fa'il from it, you put it on the meter fa'il, whatever verb it is. Then he says, وَالْأَكْثَرُ أَنْ يَجِيءَ اسْمُ الْمَفْعُولِ مِنْهُ عَلَى وَزْنِ مَفْعُولٍ. اسم المفعول also will come on the meter maf'ul. So if you want to extract the recipient of an action from a verb, you put it on the meter maf'ul. So let's just pick our same fa'ala. If you want to get the object from fa'ala, you do it on the meter maf'ulun. Maf'ulun. What has happened to our fa'ala? We've brought a mim fatha in front, and then we've brought a waw mad after the ayn. Maf'ulun. So we have fa'ala, maf'ulun. So when you have ghafara, what will it be? Maghfurun. That is your object. Talaba, matlubun. So when you make a request, you are a talibun. You are a request. You request something, or you are seeking something. That is why they saying al-ithnani la yashba'ani, talibul ilm wa talibul mal. Two people, they don't get satisfied. They don't get satiated. The talibul ilm, the seeker of knowledge, or talibul mal, and the seeker of wealth, money. So talib, you are the fa'il, the seeker. The thing you are seeking for is the object. What will you call it? You call it matlubun. Matlubun. Jamil. That is how you get your maf'ul. So the same verb nasara, he says taqulu. So also والأكثر أن يجيء اسم المفعول منه على وزن مفعول. You put bracket over that too to show you that that is the meter of the object in Arabic. Says taqulu, you say mansurun. Look at it. Nasara. You now get mansurun. Mansurani dual. Mansuruna plural. Mansuratun feminine singular. Mansuratani dual feminine. Mansuratun plural. And manasiru plural feminine. Watakulu. And you say in the maf'ul as well, you say, you know, for a verb to have maf'ul, the verb must be muta'addin. Let's get this concept very well. For you to have a maf'ul, it means that there is an action that transcends the doer of the action to affect an object. So when I say namal waladu, I don't need any maf'ulun bihi. The boy slept. But when I say talaba al waladu, I have to bring something. Al mala. Talaba al waladu al mala. So the mal here is a maf'ul. So I can call the mal matlub. I can call it matlub. But a verb like nama, I can't have a maf'ul from it. So verbs that are muta'addin, you can have their maf'ul easily without any stress. Verbs that are lazim, yani it just requires a fa'il. Those are the verbs you call lazim. I think we've seen that already. Muta'addin wa lazim. Lazim verbs, they just require a fa'il. Like the example I just gave. Like this example in the book. I say, marra rajulu. The man passed. He passed like this. Now, if I want to bring something, I will say, marra rajulu bil bayt. The man passed by the house. Marra rajulu bil shari'i. The man passed by the street. So this verb, yata'adda biharfin. This verb here, marra, it also muta'addin biharfin. If I want to give it a maf'ul, I need to bring a harf. Verbs that does not get direct maf'ul, but they have to come through a harf, like marra rajulu bil bayt. Then when I'm bringing the maf'ul has to come with the harf. So something like marra, if I want to bring the maf'ul, I will say mamrurun bihi. Mamrurun. The verb is marra. And of course, marra is three-lettered verb, as we've been breaking down. You have your mim, you have ra sukun and ra fatha. Marra. That is how it goes. So the meter, you have fa'ala. Still, Jamil. When you want the maf'ul, you have to get mamrur. So maf'ul, you bring your mim in front of the marra. You have mim in front of the marra. Write it with me. The marra, we've broken it down to mim, ra, ra. We are going to create the maf'ul. So you have your mim, ra, and ra. In creating the maf'ul, we bring a mim in front of the verb. So you have another mim in front of the verb. We bring waw after the ainul fi'l. So waw will come in between the two ra. Then you have mamrurun. But this verb marra, yata'adda biharfin. Bimana, it affects an object through the mediation of a harf, which is ba. So I'll say marra rajulu bil bayt. So the bayt will be mamrurun bihi. I have to bring the harf here. That is what Sheikh tells us here. Watakulu mamrurun bihi, mamrurun bihima. If it's two things, like you say marra rajulu bi al mudarrisaini. The man passed by the two teachers. So the two teachers, you say they are mamrurun bihima. You say mamrurani. You make it dual as we've been doing it. Mansurani, mansuratani, and all that. You say mamrurun bihima. You just give them the pronoun that comes with the harf jar. That is what we will double. Mamrurun bihim, if they are plural. Mamrurun biha, if it is feminine singular. Mamrurun bihima, mamrurun bihinna, feminine plural. So verbs, he will explain for us here. He says, fatuthanni wa tajma. You make dual and you make plural. Wa tudhakkiru wa tuannithu ad-damira. You make your plural, your dual, your masculine, your feminine, all of it would come in the pronoun. It wouldn't be affecting the word itself. So you see all of them are mamrurun, mamrurun. It is the pronoun that comes with the harf jar. Biha, bihima, bihi, and all that. And then he says, all these, where did this happen? He says, Fima yata'adda biharfil jarri. In verbs that affect an object through the mediation of a harf jar. Lasm al-maf'ul. It is not the ism al-maf'ul itself that you make dual and plural and masculine and feminine. You don't do that to such verbs. Such verbs, you only keep turning the pronoun up and down. And then he says, وَفَعِيلٌ قَدْ يَجِئُ بِمَعْنَى الْفَاعِلِ. You can have fa'il ala wazn fa'il, like ar-rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. بِمَعْنَى الرَّاحِمِ. Ar-rahim means ar-rahim. وَبِمَعْنَى الْمَفْعُولِ. This same meter, fa'il, can come to mean the maf'ul. Example, القتيل بمعنى المقتول. القتيل, when we say qatil, it means مقتول. It means the one that has been killed. So sometimes you find مفعول به coming on the meter فعيل. Sometimes you find فاعل coming on the meter فعيل. Even فعول as well has its own coming as fa'il and maf'ul. Inshallah, we will get to that. We don't want to be, because this is a beginner surf, we don't want to be going into further explanations that will complicate this one for us. So inshallah, we will leave it at this, as short as this, and then we continue later with the اسم الفاعل والمفعول. اسم الفاعل والمفعول مما زاد على الثلاثة, because we've just done the three-lettered verb. Kindly, if anything confuses you, do not hesitate to ask questions. Let's get clarifications. Inshallah, we take the next lesson in a separate session so that we don't make it too lengthy. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so, and don't forget to share for others to also benefit. And leave a like if the lessons have been beneficial to you. Also, do not forget to ask questions where you find anything complicating. Till we meet again, have a very good Arabic morphology time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.